I need you to literally stop whatever you are doing right now and visualize a map of the United States.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
No, honestly, I mean it. Like, really picture it in your mind. Look at Rhode Island. It is a speck.
It's barely a crumb, honestly.
Right. It is a literal crumb on the eastern seaboard. Like, if you blinked while driving down I-95, you would completely miss it. But somehow, apparently, the absolute unhinged drama radiating from this tiny piece of land has enough square footage to house the entire East Coast.
Oh, it's sprawling.
I am practically vibrating over the sheer audacity we witnessed this week. I mean, I am emotionally exhausted.
Well, babes, welcome back. We love you. We see you. And babes, we are so happy to have you sitting right here at the table with us on the Snark side.
Yes, we are.
That intro was, frankly, giving very intense local news anchor energy, but you were absolutely right. The ocean state is currently drowning in its own manufactured chaos, and we have our life preservers securely fastened.
We really do. But before we completely lose our minds over the Rhode Island situation, I have to let the Snark Squad know what is currently fueling us. Because, babes, the mango watermelon margaritas are officially on deck.
And they are literal heaven.
They are spectacular. Like, I am honestly ready to declare this the official drink of the summer.
I would co-sign that immediately.
But, okay, this brings up a massive debate, and I want you to weigh in on this too, because I firmly believe, and I will defend this position indefinitely, that a top-tier margarita requires fruit puree.
Oh, here we go with the puree propaganda.
It is a lifestyle choice. I do not want a watery, translucent, like, sad lime situation. I want texture. I want a thick sensory experience, you know? It's about constructing a specific reality in a glass. Puree provides the foundation.
See, here is where your emotional attachment to aesthetics completely clashes with objective logic.
Excuse me.
The real hero of this beverage is not your artisanal hand-mashed fruit. The true MVP is the Ninja slush machine sitting right there on your counter.
Oh, wow. The disrespect.
I'm serious. It honestly deserves producer credits on this podcast at this point. When you use a specialized slush machine, it doesn't just crush the ice. It creates this, like, microcrystal structure. It's fluid dynamics.
I refuse to credit a piece of plastic machinery when my soul is what perfectly measured the agave.
Your soul did not prevent the flavored syrup from separating from the ice, babes. The machine did that.
Okay, fine, I respect the science, but if we are rating this, you know, as the highly unqualified food critics we pretend to be, I am giving it a solid 10 out of 10.
I'll give it a 9.5, just to keep us grounded.
Fair enough. But the culinary adventures did not stop with the drinks, babes, because we knew we were talking about the Rhode Island episode tonight, and St. Andy has blessed everyone with fresh gossip, so we obviously had to lean completely into the theme.
We had to. It was practically mandatory.
Lobster rolls for dinner.
And it was an experience. But it brings up a debate that is, honestly, practically a blood sport on the New England coast. Butter versus mayo.
Oh, the tension is real.
I am analytically, scientifically, and spiritually on the side of warm, clarified butter.
You are so wrong for that.
No. Let's look at it. It has a higher smoke point, but more importantly, it coats the delicate lobster meat without masking the natural sweetness. It elevates the protein. Mayo, on the other hand, just absolutely drowns it.
I completely disagree, and I want you to hear me out on this. Mayonnaise, specifically a light, perfectly seasoned, slightly lemony mayo on a chilled lobster roll, is the authentic coastal experience.
It's literally just egg yolks and oil.
But the creamy matrix binds the chunks of lobster meat together so they don't tumble out of the split-top bun. A warm butter roll just turns into a greasy, soggy mess halfway through.
Let's not romanticize a deconstructed tartar sauce.
Ah.
But if we pull back, the ambiance of that tiny seaside restaurant we went to definitely helps sell the illusion.
Oh, absolutely. I took one bite and suddenly I felt like I should be wearing a cable knit sweater, walking a golden retriever named Sailor, you know, like I should be discussing my stock portfolio.
Every single bite somehow felt incredibly expensive, but totally worth it. I was sitting there doing the mental math, genuinely wondering if it's socially acceptable to order a second sandwich.
I am literally planning a full New England vacation after just that one sandwich. Like, I need a house in Nantucket immediately.
Well, we desperately needed the carbohydrate anchor because right after dinner we had to head to the gym. And babes, we have to confess something deeply embarrassing to the Snark Squad.
Oh, no. Do we have to?
We do. We just finished our rec basketball league game before sitting down to record. And it has been weeks.
It's been an entire season.
And neither of us are getting any better. We're trapped in a cycle of physical delusion.
It is a tragedy. Like, the cognitive dissonance is staggering. We walked onto that court wearing our custom Snark side jerseys, carrying ourselves like we were just drafted into the WNBA.
The aesthetic preparation was flawless, but the execution, a crime against the sport.
I had a terrifying moment of self-awareness tonight. I realized I have been accidentally celebrating every single basic action on the court like it was a Game 7 championship winner.
You literally pounded your chest.
I made a completely uncontested, fundamentally simple layup, and I flexed. The referee actually looked at me with genuine pity.
The pity was completely warranted, because if we are facing reality, we got completely, utterly, and devastatingly outplayed by someone's aunt today.
Oh my God, she destroyed us.
I don't know whose aunt she was, but she had a heavy-duty knee brace, she was wearing prescription rec specs, and she used the fundamentals of geometry to ruin my life. She was utilizing the backboard while we were just throwing the ball at the rim and hoping for the best.
She was casually talking trash about her sciatica while aggressively boxing me out in the paint. It was humiliating.
It really was. But the most fascinating part is what happens the second we walk off the court. We immediately construct an alternate reality.
Exactly. I looked at you in the parking lot and I literally said, next week will definitely be different.
The post-game delusion is so real. But that exact same psychological mechanism is what keeps people on online dating apps. Which brings me to a very necessary check-in.
Oh, please tell me you have an update. Because the screenshots you were sending me earlier had me fully ready to throw my phone into the sea. The dating apps are absolutely feral right now.
Feral is an understatement. I am officially exactly 1 week away from permanently deleting every application, buying a flip phone, and moving to a silent monastery.
I will help you pack.
Let's analyze the specimens currently roaming the digital landscape. I want to talk about the man whose entire personality is, quote, gym. Not health, not wellness. The physical structure of a gymnasium.
Oh, I see that exact profile every single Tuesday.
His first prompt was, I spend most of my time at the gym. His second was, the way to my heart is a gym date. And his photo was him aggressively flexing his vascular system in a mirror.
It is exhausting. Like, having a low body fat percentage is not a substitute for a personality. But what about the opener you showed me, the one that caused my blood pressure to spike?
The absolute audacity. We are on an application theoretically designed to facilitate human connection. And this fully grown adult man initiates a conversation with exactly 3 letters.
Don't say it.
WID.
Ooh, lowercase. No punctuation?
None. But the psychological profile that really fascinated me was the man who typed out alpha male as an actual personality trait.
Oh, gross.
He listed it right between loves to travel and dog dad.
The moment someone self-identifies as an alpha male, I instantly know they get overwhelmed when they have to call to make their own dentist appointments. It's the loudest, most neon red flag on the internet.
Well, scientifically speaking, the whole alpha wolf theory was debunked by the guy who originally coined it. It turns out the aggressive, dominating behavior was just a severe stress response from unrelated wolves being trapped in a cage together.
Wait, really? That is incredible.
So when a man calls himself an alpha, he is identifying himself as an emotionally stressed captive who lashes out at strangers.
That is the most brilliant read I have ever heard. But okay, I have a confession. I have an update of my own, and it is sending me into a complete spiral.
Oh.
I matched with someone, and babes, he seems almost too perfect.
Define perfect for me, because your baseline for acceptable behavior has been severely warped by Bravo.
I'm being totally objective here. He has a great job. He asks me questions using full, grammatically correct sentences. His pictures look like they were taken by a professional, but in a candid way. He has a rescue dog, and he actually planned a date at a speakeasy instead of just asking me to hang out on his couch.
Okay, so you are experiencing acute anxiety because a man is displaying basic human decency and standard adult functioning.
Yes, because I'm absolutely convinced I am being catfished.
Oh my God.
I want you to picture the sheer panic setting in. I am zooming in on his profile pictures, looking at his hands to see if he has 6 fingers. Like, is he an AI hallucination? Why do these massive green flags suddenly feel incredibly suspicious?
You are deeply addicted to chaos.
I am.
It raises a philosophical question, honestly. Has our constant consumption of reality TV permanently destroyed our ability to trust people? Are we so accustomed to watching secret betrayals that when someone offers genuine peace, our brain registers it as a threat?
You are entirely right. I am literally waiting for a producer to roll the tape and show me that this man has 3 secret families in Connecticut. I can't accept it.
Well, babes, enough about our own disasters.
Mhm.
Let's get into the Rhode Island chaos, because that exact refusal to accept reality is precisely what we're seeing this week.
Oh, let's get into it. We have to set the stage with the very first scene. We open at Brian's workplace, and Rulla, who, by the way, has been practically a ghost this entire season, suddenly shows up.
Finally.
Right. But she doesn't show up to confront him about the cheating rumors. She shows up because of her toe.
The gimp toe, as Brian so elegantly branded it.
It was a visceral, horrifying image. She stubbed her toe so hard that the nail completely lifted off, and she is walking around in open-toed sandals.
Well, from a behavioral standpoint, she's feigning vulnerability. By walking in with a visible injury, she disarms him. It's a distraction technique, so they don't have to talk about the massive cheating elephant in the room.
It totally is, because they immediately pivot to party planning. They start discussing their end-of-summer Arabian Nights party, and the audacity is staggering.
Truly.
They are talking about hiring professional belly dancers, debating whether they can rent a live camel, and all the while they are maliciously excluding Joellen. Brian even jokes about needing a police detail to keep her out.
The camel discussion was wild. But the exclusion of Joellen is the real story. Joellen wasn't even there, yet she dominated the scene. Brian's animosity towards her feels deeply disproportionate. It's a smokescreen to hide his own guilt.
Speaking of guilt, we have to talk about the fallout from episode 10. We see Joellen calling Alicia, fully breaking down in tears. She is sobbing because Liz denied pulling her hair during the fight.
Which is insane. How can Liz look into a camera knowing there is literal security footage of the altercation and deny it? It's industrial-grade gaslighting.
It's terrifying, but you could see the realization washing over Alicia. She is looking at her long-term friendship with Liz and realizing that Liz isn't just playing a character. She is fundamentally a fucking mean person.
Alicia is watching the illusion of her friend shatter in real time. But of course, that heavy moment is immediately undercut by the most absurd comedic relief possible. The Jeep jocks.
I could not stop laughing. Rosie comes over to Alicia's house to cheer her up, and she brings pink balloons, flowers, and rubber ducks.
Specifically, bedazzled pink ducks with mini sunglasses and crowns.
I can't believe it. It's for ducking, right?
Yeah, it's a very specific Jeep Wrangler community thing.
Yeah.
You drive a Wrangler, you leave a duck on another Wrangler's windshield. Rosie weaponized a niche automotive greeting as an emotional olive branch.
I love it so much. It makes me wish regular sedan owners had a version of this. Like, I drive a Honda. Can someone just leave a gently used stapler on my hood?
That would be amazing.
But the best part was Alicia holding this bedazzled duck and saying that Liz should have brought balloons to apologize for, quote, crushing someone's soul.
The juxtaposition is reality TV perfection. But if we want to talk about absurdity, we have to pivot to Audrey's Lounge, the coffee shop crisis.
Oh, what a mess. Ashley Iconetti and Jared Habon having a very tense debate over their commercial lease, all over a plate of family tacos.
The chaos of Jared trying to open a can of beans by literally stabbing it repeatedly with a kitchen knife.
I was so stressed watching that.
But look at the brilliant irony here. Jared wants to quit the stressful coffee shop right at the exact moment the Bravo boom is about to hit. If they are featured on this show, fans will absolutely line up around the block to pay $8 for a latte just to watch Ashley cry behind the counter. Walking away now is terrible business.
It's leaving so much money on the table. But speaking of leveraging the show, we take a bizarre detour to the actual Rhode Island State House.
The tonal whiplash of this episode is incredible.
Liz and Dolores Catania march in to meet with Senator Lori Urso and Representative Karen Alzite. The objective is discussing Rhode Island enacting workplace protections for women experiencing menopause.
Which, objectively, spotlighting menopause is a fantastic cause.
Absolutely. Impartially, we have to applaud the platform being used to highlight the legislation. It's so important.
However, we also have to look at why Liz is doing this on camera. She is using the legislative meeting to plug her new brand of menopause gummies. I mean, it's a brilliant PR move. But I also have to wonder, is menopause going to be Liz's built-in excuse for her ruthless behavior all season?
Oh, she is 100% building an alibi. I didn't mean to call you the devil. My estrogen levels were fluctuating. It's diabolical.
It really is.
But all of these separate threads converge at the main event, the Arabian Nights party. And babes, the vibe of this party was unhinged.
High camp. Alicia walking in hoping for a donkey or a magic carpet. Rulla in an incredible light-up cape.
It was a battleground of fake truces. First, Alicia bravely confronts Liz. The rest of the women at the table physically scatter like pigeons.
They literally fled.
And Lise gives this deeply unsettling, creepy smile, but actually apologizes for the homelessness comments. Alicia accepts it, but says in her confessional she forgives but will not forget.
That is not a truce, that is a ceasefire. And the ceasefire between Rosie and Kelsey was even worse, brokered by their husbands, Rich and Bill.
The most forced apology ever, Kelsey saying they don't have to be friends, and Rosie cheersing her with a cursed glass of water.
The water cheers is the universal symbol of a hostile work environment.
Yes, but all of that was just the opening act for the bombshell, the cheating rumor execution.
This was the moment.
Earlier in the week, Rosie and Alicia debated telling Rulla about the video of Brian kissing a blonde woman. Alicia refused to ruin the party, but Rosie decides to go rogue. Right in the middle of the party, Rosie corners Rulla and drops the nuke.
And we have to look at Rulla's delusion here, because Rosie says the video has a dashboard clock timestamp from the day before the polo match. It's verifiable data.
And what is Rulla's immediate response? I completely lost it. She looks at Rosie and says, "How do you know that dating is valid?"
It is breathtaking mental gymnastics. Let's unpack the sheer absurdity. Rulla is suggesting that a mistress, or maybe Jo Ellen, somehow gained access to a 2024 Honda Civic, hacked the dashboard clock to display a fake timestamp, filmed a deepfake video, and framed Brian.
It's insane.
She is choosing a technologically improbable conspiracy theory over the simple truth. Her husband was at a drive-thru with another woman.
And Brian's entrance just cements it. He saunters over, denies it entirely, and immediately deflects to blaming Jo Ellen. He calls her Ho Ellen and says he trusts her, quote, as much as gas station sushi.
It's an incredibly effective rhetorical pivot. He redirects Rulla's panic into anger directed at an absent third party.
And it works flawlessly. Rulla blames Jo Ellen instead of her husband. The party ends with the most ironic toast. Bitches love a summer, it's a trauma bond.
Clinking glasses to a trauma bond shows just how toxic this ecosystem is.
It's exhausting, but it's incredible TV. Which brings us perfectly to our first segment. Babes, the level of absolute fantasy living in this episode requires formal recognition. It is time for the Ocean State Delusion Awards.
I have my theoretical envelopes ready. Let's start with biggest main character energy. Who made the party entirely about themselves?
I have to give it to Rosie. Think about the audacity to walk into a themed party and deliberately detonate a rumor that destroys a marriage. She made herself the focal point.
That is a strong argument, but I am going to push back and nominate Brian. Rosie delivered the message, but Brian controlled the reality. He walked into a circle of screaming women, delivered a pre-rehearsed insult about gas station sushi, and convinced his wife the space-time continuum was hacked. That is dark, potent main character energy.
That's entirely fair. The manipulation was top tier. Okay, next category, most delusional confidence. And I vehemently nominate Rulla. The sheer horsepower required by her brain to reject the dashboard clock timestamp is astounding.
I completely agree. It's belief perseverance. Even with incontrovertible evidence, she maintains her false belief because she desperately needs her husband to be innocent. It's the dictionary definition of delusional confidence.
Tragic, but true. All right, best accidental read.
I'm nominating Brian's gas station sushi line. Look, it's horrible and shady, but as a reality TV insult, it is top-tier dialogue. Think about the universal human experience of looking at plastic sushi in a gas station at 2 a.m. It elicits visceral distrust. Tying that to Jo Ellen was accidentally poetic.
It really was. You instantly know the exact smell he's talking about. Okay, final award. Person most likely to start drama before brunch.
This is a debate between Liz and Rosie. Liz will verbally destroy you over eggs.
True, but Liz calculates her strikes. Rosie physically cannot hold a secret for more than 48 hours. She would just accidentally blurt out your deepest secret while asking for the mimosas. Rosie takes it.
Agreed. She's a walking liability, which transitions us perfectly into our next segment. Imagine if this network actually had an HR department.
Oh, the paperwork alone would deforest the entire Pacific Northwest.
Exactly. Let's play. If Bravo HR existed, who gets written up first?
It has to be Liz. Denying pulling hair when the security cameras caught her red-handed, plus the homelessness comments. That is immediate termination in a corporate office.
I agree with Liz for the violence, but we also need mandatory conflict resolution training for Rosie and Kelsey. Their water cheers was a textbook hostile work environment.
HR would have them doing trust falls for a week. Now, who keeps CCing everyone on passive-aggressive emails?
That is undeniably Alicia. She is sweet, but she will absolutely, per my last email, you about loyalty and family. She uses corporate speak to cloak her daggers.
She totally does. Okay, who gets promoted despite causing all the problems?
Joellen. She wasn't even at the party, and her presence derailed the entire theme. She is the invisible CEO of the drama.
She sent one text and the whole building burned down. Genius. Which brings us to group chat receipts. You know these women are furiously texting under the table. Let's hack the Housewives private group chat.
Let's do it. Let's start with Rulla. It's a 3 a.m. voice note.
I can hear it now. It's breathless, she's spiraling, typing frantically. Do you know anyone who works at Honda? I need to know how to digitally alter a 2024 Civic dashboard clock. Joe Ellen hired a hacker.
Pure paranoia. Now, Brian's text to the husbands.
Who wants sushi? JK, don't tell Rulla.
Sociopathic. What about Liz to Alicia?
A highly formal, legally binding apology drafted by a PR team, followed immediately by a text to Dolores saying, she's still the devil.
The dual-channel communication is so toxic. And Joellen to the main group.
Just sending a single nail polish emoji from her couch while the party burns down.
The ultimate power move. But to truly understand this, we have to look at the economics. Segment 4. Rich people problems.
Let's be real, babes. The way these women fight is deeply rooted in their tax brackets. Look at Rulla. She rips her toenail off. A normal person puts a Band-Aid on it. Rulla throws an Arabian Nights party with professional belly dancers and debates renting a live camel.
It's the weaponization of wealth to avoid emotional processing. Let's translate this to normal life.
This is the equivalent of two normal people fighting over the last rotisserie chicken at Costco, but making it a themed event.
Exactly. Or taking over the actual Rhode Island State House to promote a weed gummy for menopause. The wealth protects them from the immediate consequences of their actions.
It's a completely insulated bubble. But babes, we need to hear from you. Ask the Snark Squad time.
We need your input in the comments. Are you strictly butter or mayo on your lobster rolls?
Would you physically survive online dating in 2026, or are we all just destined to be catfished?
Who truly deserves the Ocean State Delusion Award this week?
And who's carrying this season on their back as we head to Block Island for the finale? Let us know. Thank you all so much for listening.
Remind the babes to like, comment, subscribe, and share the episode with their absolute messiest friend.
Stay bougie, stay messy, and we'll see you on the Snark side.